welcome to RMK. This is part 2 of the installation of the Admore LED lighting, and as we discussed during our last vlog, obviously this wiring is not going to work, so I have to replace it with the correct wiring. So to do that, obviously I've got to remove the entire seat, remove the back frame, obviously because this holds the top case and panniers, and also remove some of the subframe so I can get to the wiring and wire it all up, and hopefully we get some power going to the back once we've got the bike turned on, and we should be ready to go for the top case. And then of course then it's just the wiring for the side. Okay, so hopefully you can see that was the Hexican EasyCan unit that I've put in, which powers the lights, the horn, assist with the I call it a daisy wheel, but they call it a wonder wheel. That system here runs the entire unit, so I get to adjust and play with and do all the weird and wonderful things. So what I'm going to do now is start removing frame, side frames, and of course this back pillion area, so I can get into the wiring which is under here. You can see I've done some already. So now, to make sure that I don't lose any bolts, I'll get a bit of tape, just some more old duct tape, and I'll make sure it doesn't go anywhere like that. Now we're on to the pannier frame. It's pretty simple. Just release the sides, the tops, and it all should come away, and then we can take this top frame off. So let's get into that. Notice also too that the front bolt is a hell of a lot longer than the rear one, so don't, whatever you do, don't muck it up and swap them over. Oh, and if you also want to know where I get these tools from, they're all from Motor Hansa. There will be a link in the description so you can get these tools. They're absolutely fantastic. There you go, Motor Hansa, and work extremely well. They're designed, well, these particular kits designed for BMWs. I'm sure if you've got another bike or another make, I'm sure they'll do something with that brand. So always worthwhile going online, having a look, and seeing what you can find. So let's get this frame away without scratching anything. Okay. So we've also got to make sure we don't lose these. They're like a small washer. Now they should actually stay in there as this whole plate comes out. So, okay, something did fall, and that was the back ones. So we've got to make sure we put those back. Of course I don't. Okay, so let's just put that down on the ground for the time being. Now, you can see that is the wiring loom for the top box LED lighting. You can see how I've wired it through. I put some zip ties in to hold it from moving. I didn't really like that idea when I extended it, but I'm going to muck around with that. So effectively you can see that was the original wiring loom. That's going to come out. I'll open all this up. I'll take these zip ties off, and also I'll remove this rear lighting because it's for right and left. You can see where that's coming in. Now I've wired it in, and I need to remove it all and fix this up a bit because that is a bit cracked. So what I've done so far is, and I'm going to be putting up little photographs of this wiring so you understand what I'm doing, but just a quick reference for everybody. There are 5 main colours that come in these boards, both for the side cases and the top box. You can see what I've started doing is actually pulling out the wiring, actually identifying exactly what the left and right hand side indicators are. Now on their sheets, and I should actually show you this, there we go, it gives you red, blue, green, yellow and black. Red, obviously if it's for a CAN bus system, you'll need to make sure that it is actually switched to a 12 volt. So we have a quick look. You can see that my red is going to the active here on the BMW GSA 2018, which is I just have to get my glasses out because I can't see a damn thing. There we go. Is a red and green wire. So you can see that I've got that as my active. My ground, which is the black, goes into the brown. I've checked that because of what's at the back of the braking assembly. So we've got that correct. The indicator pod to the right is yellow, and as you can see, that is a blue and red striped wire for the right hand side. And of course for the rear, which is the brake, is a grey and black with yellow stripes on it. Anyway, I'll bring up photographs for you so you can see that. So what I've done is just a test with the top box. I've actually wired it up. It works, it indicates, but the problem I have at this stage is the right hand LED isn't working. I've tested with the other LEDs, which you can see are just in here. You can see I've wired them up. They work perfectly, but that LED is faulty. Now, as I said, this is a pre-production model, or pre-production models of all 4 LED arrays. In finishing, when it comes to wiring up any motorcycle, the most important thing is obviously to make sure that you get a ground. Now, ground wires come in all different colours, all different specifications for different makes of bikes. What I did was make sure that as long as I looked at the ground wire, which you can probably see just down there, see if you can get into that, it's a brown, and that also appears on the right indicator pod I should say, and also on the left indicator pod. So that is a ground wire which is brown. Now typically a ground wire isn't brown, it's black. That's BMW for you guys. So what I'm going to do is just wire in the remaining wires. You can see I've already done one here already, which is the back brake light. Oh, and another important thing I purchased, just went out and bought, was some shrink film, so that once I've got it ready, I'll put it all in and shrink it all down so it's nice and neat and is all tucked away. So that's it for the moment. Now one very important safety tip I want to tell everybody if they attempt to do something like this, and just to let you know, it's not difficult to do, but one important thing you must do, and that is obviously take out the active wire from the battery, which as you can see I've removed it, so that you're not causing any disturbance, especially because this CAN bus system is very, what's the word to use, sensitive. There you go, there's a great word, sensitive. It is best that you don't have the battery connected while you're doing all this type of wiring. Once you've got it put away, and I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like once it's finished, once you've got it all wired up and you're happy with it, reconnect your battery and then look at running your test procedures. Okay, so we're back in the moment of truth. She's on, and let's have a look at the back. Obviously I haven't wired these in yet to the side cases. This was just a test to make sure they're working. So they're on. You can see here that the right LED array isn't working. So let's just have a look at the indicators. So we'll just put those on. Well, there you go. So as you can see, this LED is working, but it's just not the brake light function. Brake light function. I'll get that right. Let's get that out. Put the teeth back in. Yeah, they're in. Okay, so the brake light function isn't working, or the running light isn't working. But as you can see, the indicators are definitely working. So